Hello everyone, today we are going to start 7th class chapter 2nd, that is classification of living world. So first of all, what classification means? Classification means grouping things together. So what is classification means? Grouping things together. And on the basis of common feature. For example, when we go in a library, there are different blocks, like there is science block, there is social science block. So when we find, for example, a book of biology, then we find in the block of science. So with the help of classification, we can identify our books. So this is all same in the classification of living world. This is only the example that how classification that help in the identification. Now what is the need of classification and how this classification that is helpful for scientists? For example, if any organism, any new organism that comes into origin, then scientists can identify that organism with the help of classification. The second one, that is for example, if in any group there are 100 of organisms, scientists see only the characters of 4 or 5 or 10 to 15, then they can know the characters of that 100 organism. So this help in the grouping. The third one, that is it help the information in a systematic way. So it is the need or importance of classification. Now next one, that is the plan of classification. How that classification that done? Earlier classification is done into two, like kingdom of plants, kingdom of plants and kingdom of animals. Kingdom, this is the broadest unit of classification. So earlier there are only two kingdoms, plant kingdom and animal kingdom. But later on there are different different organisms that comes into origin, and they have different characteristics, nor of plants nor of animals. So scientists thought that there is need of again classification. So they made 5 kingdom classification. 5 kingdom classification. In this, living beings, they are divided into 5 kingdoms. The first one, that is the Monera. Second one, that is the Protista. The third one, that is the Fungi. The fourth one, that is the Plantae. And fifth one, that is the Animalia. So now we use this 5 kingdom classification. 5 kingdom classification of living beings: Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia. Now one by one we will discuss these all. The first one, that is the Monera. Kingdom Monera. It consists of prokaryotes unicellular. So unicellular prokaryotes means bacteria, and it also have cyanobacteria. In this group there are bacteria and cyanobacteria. These cyanobacteria, earlier they are called as blue-green algae. Now we will discuss the bacteria, some characteristics of bacteria. First of all, the structure of the bacteria, or Where these bacteria they are present everywhere. They are numerous. And now the structure. So in this cell wall, bacterial cell wall, that is made up of peptidoglycan. Inner, that is cell membrane. This is flagella. It help in the locomotion. And inner, that is the nuclear material. This nuclear material that is naked in this bacteria. Now the next one, that is the shapes of bacteria. So there are different shapes of bacteria like cocci. Cocci means spherical or oval. Bacilli means rod shaped. Spirilla means curved or like spirals. And fourth one, that is the Vibrio. Vibrio means comma shaped. Vibrio means comma shaped. So these are the different shapes of bacteria. If there are two cocci, we can say it diplococci. When they are present in chains, we can say them streptococci. When they are in clusters, they can be called as staphylococci. Now the next one is the nutrition of the bacteria. So bacteria, they can be parasite, they can be saprophytes. Saprophyte means they depend on the dead and decaying organic matter. Parasites means they live on another body, and that another body, that is known as host, and bacteria that take nourishment from the host body. Next one, that is a respiration. So in bacteria there is aerobic respiration or anaerobic respiration. Aerobic means in the presence of oxygen, and anaerobic means in the absence of oxygen. So this is all about the characteristics of bacteria. Now there are many useful bacteria. Useful bacteria, for example, in dairy industry. In dairy industry, we use bacteria like lactobacillus, which convert milk to curd. Lactobacillus. Second one, in our body there are different bacteria, they are present, so they are useful to us. Like they help in digestion, in the synthesis of vitamins, etc. The third one, that is the formation of antibiotics or in medicines. So bacteria, they are useful in the formation of medicines. The fourth one, that is the bacteria that are useful in agriculture also. There are different bacteria like rhizobium that are helpful in the nitrogen fixation. So these are different useful bacteria. Now the next one, that is the harmful bacteria. There are different bacteria that are harmful to us and they release toxins in our body. These bacteria, harmful bacteria that cause disease in our body. Now the next one is this bacteria that comes under Monera. The second one, that is the Protista. Second kingdom, that is Protista. And in this Protista, there is unicellular eukaryotes. Unicellular eukaryotes. In this example, that is amoeba, and we will discuss about the amoeba. Now first one, that is the structure of the amoeba. So amoeba have not definite shape. They have like this shape. This is pseudopodia. What is the structure? There is ectoplasm and endoplasm in the amoeba. This outer that is clear, that is known as ectoplasm, and this is endoplasm. In its body there is present contractile vacuole. Contractile vacuole. So this is the structure of the amoeba. Now the next one, that is the nutrition. So it take nourishment from different bacteria or different organisms. How it eats or how it take bacteria from outside to inside. For example, there is some bacteria present here. Now these pseudopodia that engulf the bacteria. This pseudopodia that change its shape and engulf this bacteria inside. Now with the help of enzymes, this bacteria it digested. So this bacteria that is digested, and the waste material that is expelled out from the body through this the vacuole. Through vacuole. Like in fourth stage, this waste material that comes out from the body. So this is the nutrition, and the process is known as the phagocytosis. Phagocytosis means engulfing the food with the help of pseudopodia. So this is the nutrition. The next one, that is the locomotion. Locomotion that takes place with the help of this pseudopodia. This pseudopodia that help in the locomotion. Next one, that is the respiration. So this amoeba, they have no specialized organ for respiration, and they respire through the membrane. The next one, that is the excretion. So the waste material that is expelled out from the body through the contractile vacuole. Contractile vacuole. Now the next one, that is the reproduction in amoeba. So reproduction that occurs by binary fission, or multiple fission. Asexual mode of reproduction. Now in this binary fission, what happens? Like this is amoeba, this is nuclear material. This nuclear material that divides into two. For example, this nuclear material that elongates, and after some time it divides into and two amoeba that form in this way. This is a binary fission. In this, nuclear material that is separated out and amoeba that is later on separated, and this is the process of binary fission. Now the next, binary means two, so amoeba that divides into two, multiple fission. So in unfavorable condition, what happens? Amoeba that formed into a cyst, means amoeba that is changed into cyst form. And when favorable conditions that comes, then these daughter nuclei that separated and make number of amoeba. So this is multiple fission. Multiple means formation of multiple amoebas. Now the next one, that is the fungi kingdom. Fungi. So in fungi, the cell wall that is made up of chitin. In fungi, cell wall that is made up of chitin, and the examples of fungi, that is molds, mushrooms or yeast. In this, we discuss about molds, their structure and their reproduction. So what is the structure of mold? There is mycelium, that is entangled mass, hyphae and spongiophores. So this is the structure of the mold. And reproduction. How reproduction that happens? From spongiophores. When the spongiophores that mature, the spores that is released from it. So this is a way of reproduction in molds. Now the next one, that is the nutrition. What is the nutrition in molds? So these are saprophytic, means draw its nutrition from dead and decaying organic matter, and here that is extracellular digestion that takes place. Now the respiration, they respire aerobically or use oxygen to break down the food and produces energy. Now the useful fungi, there are different fungi that are useful to us. For example, Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Saccharomyces So this is useful in bakery products. Some species of yeast that are used in the manufacturing of alcohol. Penicillin, that is the first antibiotic that is also extracted from fungi, or we can call it as mold. Different mushrooms that are edible, that are also form of fungi. And fungi, they can also help in the cleanup of the environment. Now the next one, that is a harmful fungi. Fungi that cause fewer disease in animals and also in human beings. In human beings, ringworm that causes the athlete's foot or Dobby's itch. Fungi also cause many plant disease like rust and smut. These are plant disease that are caused by fungi. And there is note that all mushrooms that are not edible, only a few species that are edible to us. Now the next one, that is the kingdom Plantae. So these are Plantae are eukaryotic organisms. In Plantae there are different organisms that comes, that is ferns, mosses, cone bearing plants, flowering plants. In this kingdom Plantae, Chlamydomonas and Chlorella, they are type of algae. Now the first one in Plantae kingdom, that is algae. So you have seen the algae around us. They are the simplest animals and mostly they are aquatic. All algae, they have chlorophyll. They are green in color and have chlorophyll. Next one, that is the mosses. These are the smallest plants, smallest of land plants, and they are only a few centimeters tall. They do not have true root, shoot or stem or leaf, but have structures resembling plants. The next one, that is the ferns. Ferns, they are also land plants and they are also aquatic in nature and they prefer to grow in shady areas. And they have the stems that can grow underground or above the ground. The next one, that is the cone bearing plants. Cone bearing plants means there are some plants which bear cones, and cones have naked seeds. They have naked seeds. And there are some plants which are known as cycads in cone bearing plants, and sago palm, that is the example of cycad. Now the fourth one, that is a closed seeded plant. Closed seeded plants. So closed seeded plants, for example, different closed like ladyfinger. So in what happens in closed seeded plants, that there are fruit that enclosed the seed. So these are known as closed seeded plants. There are dicot plant and monocot plant. Dicot and monocot plant also. Dicot means there are two cotyledon. Two cotyledon, for example, in bean. Monocot plants, single cotyledon means in maize, rice or wheat. So this is all about the four kingdoms, that is Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae. And in Monera we discuss the bacteria. In Protista we discuss the amoeba. In fungi we discuss about the mold, and in Plantae, algae, mosses and ferns we discuss. So this is all about the four kingdoms. Thank you.